Hi, I'm Sarah and you're watching Ken Sarah DIY It. Today I am doing two tulip themed DIYs, decor items. I am participating in a collaboration with my OG gals and it is a tulip themed collaboration. So I love tulips. So you're going to be able to see lots of great ideas for tulip decor for spring into summer. I mean, tulips are the perfect thing to take you into summer. So make sure that you check out the playlist. It's going to be in my description box. And I also am going to link Krista and Brenda. Brenda chose the theme for this month. So are you ready? Let's do it. Let's go. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. You're going to love my ideas. I just know it. Okay, let's go. So the first thing that I really wanted to try, and I've seen other people do it, I've seen more than just one person do it, is the vase with rocks in the bottom, and then they use a resin. And I've seen some people use glue, and I'm like, okay, no. I use resin frequently, and I am comfortable using resin. I know how to use it. I know what type to use. I personally bought a new type of resin for this particular project because I was concerned about bubbles and little air bubbles in pockets and stuff, especially considering that there was going to be rocks in the bottom. You get what I'm talking about. So I bought this new resin, and it has it takes out, it says it takes the foam or bubbles out itself, like it does it itself. I'm sure there's a word for it, but I can't, it's in my head, but it won't come out. I don't know what the word is. But anyway, so that it's like crystal clear is what it said it was. So I ordered it. It came like amazing. I will link that in my description box if you're interested in doing this project. This is what I would recommend getting, because I've used a lot of resins, and a lot of the time you have to do a lot of work to get the bubbles out. And this type of project, you can't get your heat gun in to remove the bubbles because you're trying to put flowers in. And once you have the flowers in, you can't get your heat gun in there. So I washed my vases really well. And I actually used a glass vase from the Dollar Tree, and I used my round gumball. Well, no, okay. It's like fish bowls, these little 4-inch fish bowls that I've been using for my gumball bead storage things. I used one of those because I just wanted to see what it looked like in that, like in a smaller thing. I love it. And I think the two pieces together look amazing. So I mixed up the resin. You do equal parts, 1 part A, 1 part B. It's like a standard epoxy resin. And you have to stir it for a while, 3 to 5 minutes. And basically you want it to come back to clear. So when you start mixing, it gets a little bit cloudy. And as you keep mixing, it does come back to clear. Make sure that you're wearing gloves, wear a respirator, mask, because resin is toxic, and you know, you want to be in a well-ventilated room. So I always practice safety. Sometimes you will see me not have gloves on, but that's when I know I'm not going to be touching the resin. So yes, be safe, you know, cover your workspace, yada, yada, da, 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 da. Any hoozy doozy. I did put the rocks in my vase ahead of time because I thought if I started dropping rocks in the resin, it was just going to be creating air bubbles and pockets and all this stuff. So I put my rocks in the vases, and then I poured my resin in, and I tried to do a slow pour, and I wanted to leave enough so that I had enough for my second vase. However, I was okay if I had to make more, but it turned out that I had just the right amount. I also had trimmed some of the tulips down because my smaller piece, you know, is going to look ridiculous with like these huge tulips. These tulips are not silk flowers though. They are, I'll put a picture up right now, but they're like polyester. I don't know. They're like, let me feel them. They're like more of like a synthetic, like plastic, not like a fabric. And I also was thinking to myself, like, are these gonna melt in the resin? Because resin gets warm, like hot as it cures. So, we shall see. So those are done. I put in as many flowers as I could fit in the vases. I love the way it looks. I have a dear friend. Her name is Jen. She has been my friend for a very long time. And she's the type of friend where I can do any kind of thing. I can say any kind of thing and it does not matter. She's always got my back and she's always going to be my friend. There's nothing I can do or say that's going to change that. And everybody needs that kind of a friend, and she's that kind of a friend for me. So this is a present for you. I know it's not your birthday yet. I'll get you something else for your birthday, babes. Anywho, moving on to the next DIY project. I had this really pretty, it's like a wall hanging, oh, come on. What's the word? The metal, come on. The tin, galvanized metal, galvanized. Okay. So it's the galvanized metal. And it's like a half circle. Okay. So it's flat on the back so you can hang it on the wall. And it had this thick rope. I cut the rope off. I knew I wasn't going to use the rope. And I decided, you know, I'm just going to do a bunch of like light yellow lines. I wanted it to be the same color as the tulips. So I went through some of my, plaid paints, and I ended up doing Ceram Coat in Crocus Yellow. I mean, it's a very good color match for the tulips. I had like a bunch of yellows and I was like holding them up. Good match, good color match. I really loved it. And I painted the base as well because I think you're going to be able to see it because it's going to be hanging on the wall. So I did a bunch of stripes. I really loved how they turned out. I was surprised at how crisp they were because I was like, I didn't do anything. Like I didn't do any, Mod Podge or anything to seal in the tape like everybody else does. But the lines turned out pretty crisp. And I wasn't that worried because I was like, you know, if it's not perfect, it's okay because this is kind of like farmhousey, which is not my normal style. I would say maybe like French country. Yeah, it could be French country. Anywho, I did the stripes and then I actually did a couple coats of paint because it is an acrylic paint and it does not do the same kind of coats or the coverage as like a chalk paint. So I had to do a couple coats. I did take the tape off while the paint was wet. I dried the bottom, but I let the front of it still be wet when I removed the paint or tape because I didn't want the tape to take off like chunks of the paint. Yeah. Then I shoved a piece of like flower foam in the piece and then I cut it down to size. This is a piece that I got from the Dollar Tree. So it was like $1.25. I just recently bought it, the flower foam or floral foam. But the piece that I got from Hobby Lobby, it was like $7.99, but I got it 50% off. So I got it for like $3 and change. I think the whole piece is under like 10 bucks, I gotta say. And then I started putting things together. I used some baby's breath from the Dollar Tree and I used some of those yellow, it looks like baby's breath, but it's yellow. And then I used my tulips as well. And what I wanted it to do, I just wanted it to look like I went out into my garden and I picked flowers and I threw it in there. And I think I accomplished that look. I love the way it looks. It's so pretty. I took some yellow ribbon that I had from the Dollar Tree and I attempted to tie a bow. I am telling you, I need someone to like come over my house and like sit down with me for like 10 hours and teach me how to tie bows because it has gotten embarrassing. The bow is not great. It's not great. Send help, please. Send help. Send bow help. It does the job. I literally spent like 20 minutes sitting here trying to tie like a shoelace bow. I tried to do the awareness bow thing. I mean, I try to do a lot of different things. The bow that's on there is actually an awareness bow with like the thing tied. It doesn't look, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. Okay. I love the way the finished thing looks and I hope that you like it too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you to try something new. And I will be linking all of the things that I ordered and am able to link in my description box. I would recommend the resin that I use because I am very happy with the results and how everything turned out. I think it's the perfect resin to use for this type of product or project because of how crystal clear it gets on its own without me having to manipulate it with heat. I want to thank Krista and Brenda for hosting this month's collaboration with my OG gals. I love all of them. They all have amazing ideas. I want you to check out the rest of the playlist. These are ladies that have been super supportive and awesome collaborators since the very beginning. This is the first collab that I joined, and so I hold them dear to me. They are wonderful, and you definitely need to check them out. And if you love tulips like me, you're going to want to see what kind of ideas they come up with. I'm sure somebody did a wreath. I sure as heck didn't, because I tried to make a wreath and oh boy, she did not come out pretty. She's sitting on the floor over here crying her eyes out. That wreath is ugly. All right. Please, please, if you liked what you see, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you join my DIY crew. I am a growing channel. I am trying lots of new things and challenging myself. And I kind of want to see, like, can I do it? Can I do the things that I have in my head? I get ideas every day and I want to bring you along on the journey. So if you're interested, please consider subscribing and also follow me on Instagram where I post lots of sneak peeks and upcoming fun events like lives and things like that. Make sure to try something new and challenge yourself as well. Have a wonderful week. Thank you and goodbye.